Here is the view, and again, I wish you could smell this. It smells fabulous. It's going to be a treat tomorrow. Welcome back. My name is Kevin Smith. I'm the host of Questions Over Coffee.
And I'm Tassie Smith. I am the main writer at Maidservantsofchrist.com.
In the last video, we talked a little bit about Epic Coffee, an incredibly good coffee that serves both as, your morning Java and helps a foreign missionary. This time, what we want to actually talk about is what it tastes like. Because, let's face it, we don't buy coffee to look good on the counter. We buy it to enjoy it, to wake us up in the morning, and to get us going.
Yeah, we got our sample on a Tuesday afternoon and brewed it on Wednesday morning. The first thing we noticed as it was poured in our cup is it was not as dark as we expected, right?
Right.
We had ordered a dark roast, and we'll show you the bag and the date stamp and all that stuff on it. Give us just a second. But it just wasn't as dark as we expected. And so neither of us were sure what we were going to get in that first cup.
I will tell you, I love good, strong coffee. We were traveling overseas. I found some that you could literally stand a spoon in.
Even the natives don't drink it black.
And I said, leave the cream and sugar out of it. I want it black. They said, you won't be able to drink it. I said, watch me. And I went back for seconds.
So, if you don't like your coffee to actually be tar that will eat out the lining of your stomach, then I want to highly recommend this Epic coffee. It wasn't dark like I expected out of a dark roast, but it had all kinds of flavor. It wasn't the strong, bitter taste that coffee is sometimes.
There was no bitter undertone at all.
Right, like I don't care for espresso, and I really don't prefer Italian roast either. So for me, this was perfect. It had all of these different notes. Like you could taste the caramel in it, and you could taste the earthiness in it. A lot different than just like your factory cup of coffee, the Folgers that you got.
Now, I will tell you, like I said, I enjoy good, strong coffee. And even though this was not the kind that you could stand a spoon in, I really enjoyed it. It was a great flavor. It was well worth brewing every morning for a while. It was well worth serving to guests, or really, if you're starting to serve someone that isn't sure they will like coffee, this may very well be the best coffee for that, because it is so smooth that they can actually taste coffee and not just bitter tartness.
Right. And I think especially if you are trying to move towards black coffee, this might be the perfect thing for you, because instead of dulling down that bitterness with cream and sugar, you can actually just enjoy the flavor of the coffee.
Yeah, our 9-year-old poured herself a cup, and she was like, wow, where can we get more?
Yeah, and she's usually a cream and sugar girl.
Very much so.
Yeah, but she really enjoyed that. I think this coffee, who would you recommend it for, Kevin?
Well, number one, anybody who likes coffee. Because it is some seriously good coffee. But I'd recommend it for a gift for someone. I'd recommend it for someone who is not certain they will like coffee at all and just wants to try some and see. I'd recommend it for a coffee connoisseur, because you get the freshness, you get the subtlety, you get just the overall beautiful undertones that are there.
Yeah, I would also recommend it to give as a gift. You can get a subscription so that, a friend or someone who really loves coffee in your life could get a bag once a month. or to order some ahead of a dinner party or having folks over for hospitality, maybe your life group, so that you could brew some to share and talk with them not just about how awesome the coffee is, but also the mission opportunity that goes with it.
The other thing that makes this so enjoyable is you don't have to wait a whole long time. We
Yeah.
ordered on a Thursday and we were brewing a pot on Tuesday of the very next week. It was a very quick turnaround, and quite frankly, for the quality we got, he could have taken longer.
You know, freshness matters a lot when you're talking about coffee. And we never know when you get coffee at the grocery store just how long it sat there on that shelf. If you'll notice, your coffee from the grocery store does not have a brew date. If you'll notice, your coffee from the grocery store does not have a roast date on it anywhere.
There's a reason for that.
There is. They don't want you to know how long ago it was that they roasted that coffee. Not only is the roast date stamped right on the bag from Epic Coffee, but you get it in the mail just a couple of days after it was roasted.
Right. Definitely worth trying, definitely worth enjoying, and I would say subscribing to, because you not only get an amazing product, an epic product, if you will, but you also help someone who is seeking to spread the gospel to folks who need it.
The next time we see you, we're going to talk about the price. That has to be a question lingering in your mind, right? Like, can I afford to do this as part of my morning routine? And I think you'll be surprised when we get to all the details, how affordable it is and how much it might fit into your monthly budget.
I know we were.
We were. We'll talk about it more.
Keep pressing forward.
We have a small but not inconsequential problem. The coffee needs to be refilled. I need another cup. This was good stuff. Y'all should go buy it. Epic Coffee, y'all. It's the way to go.